Yo, welcome back to Tyrion Cuthbert. Last time we found out that Celeste was the patron we've been looking for, and she signed the contract with Eris because Eris killed us, and she signed the contract to bring us back to life, which seems kind of a roundabout way to go about doing things. Surely, if Eris wanted to, she could have just killed all of us, right? I guess she said she wants to make the heavens board wallow in despair or whatever. Okay, so last time before I saved, it said I wouldn't be able to save for a while, and I should be ready. So I'm ready for a marathon right now. I don't know how long this is gonna go on for, but I got my water bottle, I got everything, I'm prepped. Okay, this might be a long one. I've killed people. Oh. It always came so easily to me. I was good at it, a little too good. I've never felt the uneasiness Dale mentioned, not even once. Maybe I'm some kind of an unfeeling monster. You can solve a murder easily, but you're kind of hopeless when it comes to people's hearts, even with the Eye of Horus. But you never treated me differently. At first, I thought it was because you didn't see the real me. But then I realized that you were the one who saw me the most. You made me feel like I was the best version of myself. Solving murders with you, walking around Ratholm together, even just talking to you. I feel at home when I'm with you. It was always my job to protect you, but you were the one that always made me feel safe. You brought light into my world, but you've done the same for so many others. You could have done great things. You could have spent your entire life shining brighter. I really don't understand. Why would you throw it all away? It's okay, we're gonna win. It's good to see you too. I guess even if we win, we're still dead, because the effect of the contract is reversed, which means we're back to being dead, so... It's good to see you too. Oh, what was that for? You know what it's for, you jerk? Do you know what I had to go through just to get you back? What else was I supposed to do? Should I have just let you die? Yes, that's exactly what you should have done. It's a lot better than gambling with your life. I was never going to go along with that. Do you even know me? Oh my god, this is why I couldn't tell you the truth. I knew you'd do something stupid like this. You know I always get to the truth in the end. All you did was make that process extremely frustrating. Could have gotten away with it. You can't even beat me at chess. How are you going to hide a murder from me? She's called at me. I mean, she got pretty close. She couldn't find a response. Then the anger slowly drained from her face. Tyrion, I killed Pierce. I know. He was going to be executed in 1 month anyway, and what was his life compared to yours? When I looked at him just lying there unconscious, I felt something welling up inside me. Have you not killed people before? Isn't that your job? What? I wanted him to experience a fraction of the fear and the pain that my dad felt. Someone like him didn't deserve a peaceful death. So Celeste. You must hate me, don't you? Why couldn't you just let me die? I've been thinking a lot about these cases over the last few months. I thought Pierce was pure evil, Von Sanctus too, but I started to realize that the world can be really cruel sometimes. They may have chosen to be awful people, but it's not as if the system gave them any reason to stop. Theodore Redmond thought he was killing someone evil. Beatrice had everything taken from her, so she tried to take it back no matter the cost. Even Ruby, she only worked with criminals because of what the nobility was capable of. Okay, but like... You can say that, but like Lloyd Von Sanctus was actually just a cartoon villain. Like, I'm sorry, but Pierce too, honestly. But whatever. I haven't stopped thinking about what Von Sanctus almost did to my hometown. If his plan had succeeded and I knew about it, even I might have. Celeste, you are manipulated and tempted by demons just like they were. You don't hate me then? You are and always will be extremely important to me. One betrayal won't change how I feel about you. Tyrion, I won't abandon you. No matter where you go, we're going out there together. Tyrion, we might be heading to a pretty bad place. Well, I'm not one to celebrate a victory prematurely. But if you're already admitting defeat, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. Eris, I can't believe you brought me here. I will never hear the end of this from my father. Oh, yeah, I received a comment about, because we know Eris can't lie, and I made a comment in one of the videos about like, wait, she was calling the Eye Taker her dad, so wasn't she lying there? Apparently she never explicitly referred to the Eye Taker as her dad, but she did have a line that said, my father has taken an interest in you, which is very ominous, because, like, who's her father? Satan? Where are we? The courtroom of the gods, the place where truth and reality are determined, the court of Azathoth. I'll give you one last chance, Tyrion. You made a rash decision, but I can still send you back. I knew it. What? I didn't come here without a plan. I noticed something. That sadistically playful demeanor has been cracking since we brought Celeste into this town. Yeah, she wouldn't say this if she didn't if, like, we couldn't win. You're nervous, aren't you? There's a reason why you didn't want me to bring you here, and I'm going to find out what. Sigh, your persistence was endearing at first, but now it's just irritating. I suppose we'll have to do this the hard way then. Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, okay. Is this the court, or you should have taken my offer when you had the chance? The only way to nullify my contract is to unequivocally prove that its conditions weren't fulfilled. My contract was written without flaw. Okay, she is saying this objectively. I mean, it could have a way to break it that isn't a flaw, right? So says the word of Asmodeus. Asmodeus? That's the stake of lust, right? Mineko? By his word, demons are incapable of speaking lies. This is my domain, Heavensborn. Your contract may be without flaw, but that doesn't mean we can't negotiate its terms. Maybe. It doesn't matter if your contract is perfect. I'm not leaving here until you relinquish your soul. Nope, definitely not that. If disputing a blood contract was surely impossible, there would be no need for this court to exist. Demons are powerful, but they aren't omniscient. Probably this one. If disputing a blood contract were truly impossible, there would be no need for this court to exist. Demons are powerful, but they aren't omniscient. They can't possibly be aware of contradicting circumstances that may be created when they make a contract. Let me just read it again. With the apparent death of Tyrion Cuthbert, the Empress of Discord shall revive him, conditioned upon the eternal servitude of Celeste McCoy. Henceforth, Celeste McCoy's soul shall be eternally bound to the abyssal hells. Okay, is it gonna be that her name isn't really Celeste McCoy, so it doesn't count or something? As a part of her servitude, Celeste McCoy shall engage in actions necessary to secure the compliance and cooperation of Arya Stillwind and the Empress's endeavors. And lastly, it is stipulated that Celeste McCoy, of her own volition and agency, shall bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hand. Afterwards, Tyrion Cuthbert's consciousness will be restored. That's the only thing I can see, because otherwise it seems... yeah. You're hiding something that you desperately need to keep hidden. Oh, really now? She tried to confound the investigation by manipulating Celeste's memories, but the contradiction in her testimony proves one thing. She didn't see you and Beatrice enter the prayer room until 2 PM at the earliest. Your so-called contradiction... Is it going to be that she didn't trick Arya into signing the contract? So that part doesn't work? Yeah, as a part of her servitude, shall engage, blah 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 blah. So if she didn't do that, then is the contract void? Your so-called contradiction is based on the testimony of Life Frega, yes? How are you so sure that her testimony is reliable? It's supported by the testimonies of Miriam and Lord Asclepius. They were all together at the time. Their testimony is sound. Oh really? Looks like you've made a contradiction. What? Life Frega, Miriam Frega, and Lesric Asclepius encountered an illusion. That illusion makes their testimonies unreliable. So says the word of Asmodeus. What? An illusion? What kind of illusion? Who knows? This is so like this is very reminiscent of the red text debates in Yumineko. My statement still stands. You can't just expect us to extend your claim without any evidence. Illusion X, unexplained illusion X that tricked them into misseeing Beatrice. I can't speak lies, Tyrion. The immutable fact is all the evidence I need. In this court, the only thing that matters is what is true and what is false. And the word of Asmodeus says that Life's testimony is unreliable. She could just say whatever she wanted without having to provide any context, but she only said that Life was tricked. Hang on. Oh wait, sorry, okay, hang on. So they did see... What else proves Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 PM? So Life did see an illusion? Or was there something else that proved Life didn't begin her search until 2 PM? Okay, hang on. I mean, this, right? This. Yeah. Regardless of when it happened, Life and her party went to search for Beatrice after you two went missing. You can confirm or deny that. I won't deny it. Perfect. Whoever set that trap, they said it was triggered whenever Astra approached his father's body, and it didn't trigger until 2 PM. Life and her party were about to search for Beatrice when the Kingsguard informed them of what happened. The Kingsguard did this immediately after the trap was sprung. Since Life was about to begin her search when this happened, Beatrice couldn't have gone missing until that time. They're predicating this on the testimony of the king. Not just him, Era. Several members of the Kingsguard witnessed this. True, and that's why I'll respond with this. An activated force cage did not trap Astra the Dwarven Guard during or after 1:50 PM. Huh. Was it not activated? Is the word activated the word that's like messing this up? So says the word of Asmodeus. But how? That testimony came from multiple people. Are you saying that the trap was sprung earlier than that? Don't you remember, Tyrion? I can manipulate the memories of people who have a blood contract with me, but I'll give you a little clue. The Empress of Discord made a contract with multiple knights of the Kingsguard. This is the word of Asmodeus. What? A tamper with their memories. You can't trust our account. Okay, but we know that Aster's memory is correct because he doesn't have a blood contract. You can't trust our accounts of what happened. How many people did you make contracts with? The little lady Stillman has been investigating my work for the last few months, but I've had my talents in Wavendar for far longer than that. I've been preparing for this for quite some time. But even the Kingsguard? No one is safe from temptation. Everyone has a price. Your girlfriend should know that better than anyone. Girlfriend? Still, there has to be something. I still have more evidence. Oh really? Whose testimony will you be relying on this time? You can present all the evidence you want. Most of what you have is based on eyewitness accounts. Even so, you can't have possibly made a contract with everyone there. Let's check that again, shall we? It's possible that I have a blood contract with everyone present during the massacre. Okay, yeah. So it says the word of Asmodeus. Are you kidding me? But you only said it's possible. You never said that it actually happened. You're the one disputing my contract, Tyrion. The burden of proof is on you. It's completely ridiculous. How could I possibly verify a statement like that? It's simple. Issue a divine edict to each person who has at the cathedral. We already did that. You know you can't do that. That sounds more like your problem than mine. Are we stupid? We know this. Come on, Tyrion. Keep up. Nothing to say, Tyrion? Isn't this the part where you present some groundbreaking piece of evidence? As long as your statement stood, I had to doubt every piece of testimony I gathered. Everyone at the cathedral could have been compromised, except Aster. I know he doesn't have a blood contract with you. I suppose you're right. So are you going to use his testimony? You couldn't observe much from within that force case. Okay, but he knows he got trapped at 2 p.m., right? Do you understand now? You're never meant to win this game, but I suppose I should be thankful to you for entertaining me this long. This is the most fun I've ever had, and I truly mean that. Tyrion, come on, there had to be something I could use. All the testimonies I gathered could potentially be more lies created by her. Tyrion, you have to say something. My strength was fading. The divine light inside me was dimming. I could feel the weight of her presence dragging me to the ground. This has always been a contest of willpower, and it looks like you were found lacking. No. Mom, help us! I recall what happened during Beatrice's trial. I wasn't sure if it was a dream or something else, but I heard my mother's voice. Mom, please. I was kidding. I need your help. Please, just tell me what to do. I heard nothing back. I knew this was a long shot, but I was still holding out hope. However, Harris was a being who wrapped herself in layers upon layers of lies. She had the power to make me doubt everything. The witness testimonies, even the physical evidence I possessed, could be a fabrication. How could I possibly argue against someone like that? It's not fair. It's not fair, Mr. Mora. They're not even bothering to investigate the crime properly. Well, of course they're not. If they did, they'd be forced to admit that my client is innocent. Why are you so calm right now? Is this what it's always like? How are you supposed to win like this? They can just keep changing the narrative however they want. They can, and that's exactly how I'll beat them. What? Look, Cuthbert, almost every part of the system is against us. But there's one advantage we have over the prosecution, and that's pure and objective logic. Logic? Tyrion, the prosecutors have all sorts of things to validate their case. They present evidence, they call witnesses, and they use those pieces to create conclusions. They create a box and throw a bunch of facts into it. They tell the court that everything within the box is the truth. And conversely, that makes everything outside of it a lie. But how does that help us? Why not contradiction in their case? That makes them throw more and more facts into that box to keep their case consistent. But even if one fact in the box is false, the entire thing falls apart. But surely they'll realize what you're doing. What if they play dumb and refuse to add anything to this box? Well, you can force them to. What? You can present your own truths, and you force the prosecution to either accept or deny them. This is so Yumi Neko coded. This is crazy. By doing that, you decide the terms of battle. You control what goes into the box. I don't know if I'll ever get the hang of it. Don't worry, you've always been a sharp kid. I know you'll do great things, so don't give up. Iris' last statement hinged on the time that Beatrice disappeared. She could only change less memories to make her think everything happened earlier, which could only mean one thing. Beatrice Frege did not go missing before 2 p.m. Yeah. What was that? I said... What the fuck? Beatrice Frege did not go missing before 2 p.m. Is that an objective truth? So says the word of a horse. What? I felt myself filled with the radiant power of a horse. It was the same sensation I felt in the Heraldson Gallery last month. I could feel the divine light of the upper plane spreading through me. Tyrion, you have wings! Wait, really? I spun around slowly, only catching glimpses of the golden wings that had spread from my back. I didn't even notice it, but my feet weren't even touching the ground anymore. Where did you learn how to do that? I just chuckled. What could be so goddamn funny? Yeah, I've been wondering something, and it's been bothering me for a while now. If demon like Marinette existed, then surely angels did as well. I couldn't be the only person left to stand in your way. There had to be someone out there who could stop you, an immortal angel, a holy warrior, something. I'm a defense attorney for crying out loud. I'm not qualified to fight a demon. That's right, you wretch. I've lived a million of your pathetic lifetimes. I'm a god! Yeah, you are. I don't see any angels or paladins rushing into Alpha, so I guess I'll have to do. And this is my skill set. Man, king or god, you're not leaving here with Celeste Soul. Ha 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 ha. Okay, did we say that as an objective truth? It's not clear to me. I guess we did? Okay, we can just do that now? What happened? Celeste? I'm here. Chuckles. Since you've so graciously bared your soul to me, perhaps I should respond in kind. Is she gonna be like a big monster? I'm the Lord of Shadows, sovereign of the Sixth Circle. I'm the question that gnaws at every answer. I'm the creeping light, feeding off of the arrogant as they crumble from within. I am... Ah! Eris Ilmater, the Empress of Discord. So says the word of Asmodeus. This is crazy. What? What is that thing? Hahaha, did you two honestly think my true form was that of a teenage girl? No, I am older than time itself. It feels liberating to break free from that weak mortal shell. So this is what you really look like. It suits you. Why, thank you. It doesn't matter what form you take. I like the animation, like the little sprite like moving there. It doesn't matter what form you take. Whatever you are, I'm taking Celeste's soul back. Kick her ass, Tyrion. Come then, let me carve out your souls, then mount them in the field of Malbolge. Oh, okay. Oh, we got angel feathers now. Into the chest pieces. I need to be careful. I was bound by the same rules as her now. I couldn't tell lies in this form, even accidentally. Okay. Why don't we pick up where we left off? I've established that Beatrice didn't go missing until 2 PM. That was a risky thing to do then, because if you were wrong, you would have just died, presumably. I wonder, why would you go to so much trouble to make me doubt that? When she gave her testimony, Celeste said that Eris and Beatrice entered the prayer room at 1:40 PM. But from the axiom that declared, axiom, I knew Beatrice didn't disappear until 2 PM. Why did Eris change Celeste's memories? For Aria's contract, right? Eris clearly changed Celeste's memories, but for what purpose? Eris needed Celeste to believe. Eris, hang on.
What if?
Eris needed Celeste to believe the events occurred earlier. I believe you needed Celeste to think that the events happened much earlier. Staying quiet, that won't work this time.
Objection!
You're not really objecting to anything. Celeste McCoy remembered the attack occurring much earlier than it actually did. So says the word of Horus. Really, you're taking a gamble there. Nothing to say, you can't stay quiet forever. Foolishness! I didn't need her to think that specifically. Okay, she's wording that very carefully. I simply wanted to confound your ability to deduce what actually happened. That may be, but I think you had a specific reason to move your timeline back. An event occurred that required Eris to change Celeste's memories. So this is the word of Horus. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Is it this? No. I don't know. Hang on. The marriage meeting? Something happened. An event occurred that required Eris to change Celeste's memories. I don't want to get this wrong because it would be kind of lame if I failed here in this epic confrontation. My first thought was that because the blood contract says that she needs to secure the compliance of Aria, blah blah blah. So my thought was that she changed her memories to make her having been the one to have made Aria sign a contract make sense, even though that's not really what happened. It could be this, but I don't really see how it's connected. Is it this? Maybe. I mean, we're saying an event. So what are the pieces of evidence that are events? Like this, maybe. Maybe this, maybe this, maybe this. Event occurred. That required it. The word like an event occurred, it means like to me it implies that it was something unexpected that went wrong with the plan. Okay, I'm just gonna go with this. Is it that Arceus saw Arya? No. Eris wanted me to believe that Celeste signed the contract with her at 1:40 p.m. She needed me to believe that to keep her narrative logically consistent. By now I knew that Eris used Beatrice to attack the prayer room no later than 2:30 p.m. But if the events happened much later, what followed shortly after that was strange. I mean, I think I know what it wants me to say. It wants me to say that the two victims were already dead by the time Beatrice would have attacked, which means that Celeste couldn't have made Arya sign the contract to make her kill them. But I'm not sure what it wants me to present. Maybe just this? No. Guys, I may unfortunately fail here. That would be a little bit embarrassing. This? Nope. Oh, is it this? They did not see Celeste McCoy and Arya Tailwind. Nope. Okay. I think this is my last one. Okay, well, fuck me. What if? Objection! Yep, objection. Let me reread this. So it says the word of Horus. Nothing to say, you can't stay quiet forever. I didn't need her to think that specifically. I simply wanted to confound your ability to deduce what actually happened. That may be, but I think you had a specific reason to move her timeline back. An event occurred that required Eris to change Celeste's memories. This is the word of Horus. I don't... Is it... Do you want me to present like the autopsy report for one of these? Oh, okay, sure. It was the death of Lord Von Sanctus. You need Celeste to think that she signed the contract much earlier than 2 p.m. That's because Lord Von Sanctus' death occurred at 2:05 p.m. Which would imply that you killed me, convinced Celeste to sign the contract, and made Celeste trick Arya into signing another contract. All in the span of 5 minutes. Yeah, okay. So it is what I was saying, I just wasn't... I guess I should have assumed that they wanted me to present that. But it... Yeah, I don't know. Like, I knew what the contradiction was, but I wasn't sure, like, what they wanted me to present. If that's true, could it be possible that Celeste isn't the patron? What? It's the only logical conclusion. The timeline is far too short. Even if you remember being tricked by her, we can't trust your memories. Isn't that right, Eris? The desperation is almost pitiful. I'll respond to that there's no room for doubt. Celeste McCoy was the person who gave Eris Tailwind the blood contract. Okay, but that doesn't... The person who hands the contract to Eris Tailwind will be referred to as the patron. Is handing the contract and giving the contract synonyms? Or is there like a difference there? So it says the word of Asmodeus. I knew it. Is something wrong? I know the truth is hard to accept sometimes, but Celeste did betray Arya's trust. She always spoke in technicalities. I couldn't take that claim at face value. But this could also be a trick. I could declare outright that Celeste wasn't the patron, but if I was wrong about that, I'd most definitely die. First, I would need to assume that Celeste wasn't the patron. What would logically fall from that? Why would Celeste and Area a blood contract? If Celeste wasn't the patron, that contract would have already been signed. Oh, I see. She gave... That's funny. She gave her a contract that was already signed. Okay. And I already concluded that the blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. I recall something happening before we entered the prayer room. What was it? The merge meeting, right? Wait. Hang on, what? What if? Celeste, Eris, Arya, Beatrice. In front of Celeste using a spell from Tyrion. Is this making me remember something that happened like a week ago for me? Because I really don't remember. Oh, Arya dropped evidence in front of Celeste? No, I recall something happening from the prayer room. It was brief, but there was a short exchange between Celeste and Arya. I don't remember it at all. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Let me just go back in my recording and look at it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just go look at it. In front of the prayer, so they was at the beginning of the case. Okay, so we were confessing to Celeste, and Arya was there, and she was looking all bashful because she was embarrassed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Arya dropped her attorney's runestone, and Celeste picked it up and gave it back to Arya. And Celeste saw the evidence that was displayed on the rune, or on the runestone, and she was like, "Oh, I'm happy for you." So I'm sorry, is this not... Maybe. Drop the contract in front of Celeste? Yeah, okay. I should just give it away. I saw something fall out of her pocket. It was a runestone. Yeah, okay. This is what I just read. Oh, Arya, I dropped something. I still went to pick it up. She accidentally activated it. An image of some evidence appeared for a brief moment, but Arya quickly snatched it away from Celeste's hand. Wait, is that why everyone's gathered here today? Celeste, don't just invade her privacy like that. Don't be like that. I'm really happy for you. Would Arya really have taken a picture of that contract? If it were disguised as a legal document, So are we saying that you were the patron there because you were the one that was there during the marriage ceremony? If it were disguised as a legal document, taking a picture of it would have been illegal. But if a picture of the contract had been in Arya's runestone, she technically handed it to her. But that didn't necessarily mean that she wasn't the patron either. Is something wrong? You look conflicted. No, from the very beginning, she'd been trying to get in my head. She tried on doubt and mistrust, but I've always known from the very beginning. Celeste would never betray Arya like that. Even if she was mind-controlled? Celeste McCoy is not the patron described in Arya Stillwin's blood contract. Celeste is the word of Horus. The blood... Okay, wait. Celeste Couture saw Arya drop this contract before she entered the prayer room with Tyrion. Due to the Empress of Discord changing her memories, she can't remember what was written on this contract. Okay. Even now you trust her that much? Wait, but that means you didn't betray Arya, Celeste. She only manipulated your memories after the fact. She wanted to make you think that you did. So, it's not my fault? It isn't. That had a far more unsettling implication. Someone else was the patron, but who was it? One move at a time, Tyrion. The endgame would reveal itself in time. Celeste wasn't the one who secured Arya's compliance and cooperation. Doesn't that make your contract flawed? Please, I thought you were an attorney. The contract states that Celeste would engage in actions deemed necessary to secure the compliance and cooperation of Arya Stillwin. No further actions were necessary. She was already under my influence by then. But that means none of this is her fault. Think again, Heavensborn. Neither Arya Stillwin nor Beatrice were directly responsible for the death of Garrick Pierce. So says the word of Asmodeus. Right, there's still the death of Pierce. It doesn't matter who's responsible for the massacre as a whole. Here, all that matters is the validity of my contract. You act like you're in control of this situation, but you've been nervous ever since I began disputing your contract. You're hiding something, aren't you? Who can say for sure? The second paragraph is vague, but what about the first and third paragraph? Something is off here. Wait, is it possible that I didn't die? Ha, are you still in denial? I thought you were ready to die to save your beloved Celeste. Answer the question, Eris. I can't trust Celeste's memories. A memory where she confirmed my death could all be fabrication. If we didn't die, then why did she sign the contract in the first place? You wish to cling to that hope, then let me state it plainly for you. Celeste McCoy did in fact observe that Tyrion Cuthbert was dead. Okay, but that doesn't mean we died. If she saw that we died, that doesn't... She could have been mistaken, right? I did not alter that memory. Just as the word of Asmodeus. I'm sorry, Tyrion. How did you revive me, Eris? Do you even have the power to resurrect people from the dead? Who do you think you're talking to? Of course I do. But if you doubt me, why don't you declare that Tyrion Cuthbert never died? Knowing her, we did die. So we would die if we said that, because we did die when we said this, right? Knowing her, she could be baiting me into telling a lie. It was equally likely that she was bluffing. If you still doubt that I resurrected you, I'll state this. Beings in my power are able to resurrect people from the dead. So this is the word of Asmodeus. Why would you need to specify that being of your powers can do that? Is it possible that it's not as simple or easy for you to accomplish? If you're saying that, it must be true. You're clearly not acting in good faith. I mean, I think she's telling the truth. But that seems kind of wrong. But I don't disagree with this. Okay, no. Exactly, I could have resurrected you at that moment. You can't deny that. She was speaking in hypotheticals. I thought she was being upfront. Okay. Why would you need to specify that beings of your power can do that? Is it possible that it's not as simple or easy feat to accomplish? For example, would Marinette be able to resurrect a person from the dead using a contract? Let me save you some trouble. I'll say it for you. The Empress of Discord can't resurrect people easily. So says the word of Horus. That's not the same as saying that it was impossible for me to do it, but it would require a large amount of effort on your part. Perhaps, but recall my previous declaration, Celeste was there. And by all accounts, she concluded you were dead. How thoroughly did you check me? Our experience in first aid, it wasn't good. You weren't breathing, and your heart was stopped. She tried to resuscitate you for several minutes. Oh! Oh. Where is it? Oh. Celeste, you're so stupid. She tried to resuscitate you for several minutes, but to no avail. Right, there was no way my body could survive that long naturally without oxygen and blood. But wait, who even knew that spell? Hang on. Who knew feign death? Beatrice, I assume? Or where's Beatrice's spell companion? I thought we had it. Hang on. Did we not have Beatrice's spell companion? I guess we didn't. Oh no, there it is. Yeah, she does have feign death. Okay, yeah, that's 100%. Right, there was no way my body could survive that long naturally without oxygen and blood flow. And nurse just confirmed that Celeste spent several minutes trying to resuscitate me. There had to be more to this than I was seeing. What could have created this scenario? You may have been able to resurrect me, but you had a far easier way to create that scenario. And luckily for you, Beatrice was there and under your control. Beatrice can resurrect people from the dead? No, the opposite is actually true. Beatrice regularly cast feign death on Tyrion Cuthbert. So says the word of Horus. What? I'm sorry, Celeste, but I was never dead. She just used a spell to trick you. No, so everything I did was for nothing. But that means you never resurrected him. He was never dead in the first place. The contract only said that he was apparently dead, does it? With the... Oh, you're right. With the apparent death of Tyrion Cuthbert. But... Okay. Sure. I guess. All I did was revive him, by making Beatrice release her spell, which allowed him to wake up. I eliminated the first paragraph as a possible weak point, and I only left the death of Garrick Pierce at Celeste's hand. Something happened with Pierce, didn't it? What are you hiding? Whatever could you be talking about? Your contract says that Celeste must bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hand. Since you wrote that contract, that must have been your intent from the beginning. So why are you so nervous? Something went wrong, didn't it? If you want to stay quiet, I'll just... All this could be another elaborate trick. I need to be careful. I need to find out exactly what went wrong. The only person who knew what truly happened in that room was Eris, but that could still be used to my advantage. Is it possible that Celeste didn't kill Garrick Pierce? Are you serious? He's the man who killed her adopted father, and he was originally slated to be executed next month. She didn't have a rational reason not to trade his life for yours. Yeah, as bad as it sounds, that would have been an easy choice for me. She may have wanted to, but something else might have happened. Perhaps Beatrice or Arya misinterpreted one of your commands and killed him against your wishes. How tedious do you plan to make this? Neither the Empress of Discord, Arya Stillwind, nor Beatrice Frigga killed Garrick Pierce. So says the word of Asmodeus. Well, what if you forced us to kill him? She's on a contract already, you had control of her at the time. The contract states that she needed to kill Pierce of her own volition and agency. Okay, I'm going back to maybe Pierce just killed himself, but... Do you honestly think I would make a foolish mistake like that? This McCoy had complete control of her action until Pierce died. Just as the word of Asmodeus. What if someone else killed Garrick Pierce in an accident? Maybe a member of the King's Guard who survived and entered the prayer room. This is so Yumi Neko. I keep saying that. Try again, Tyrion. Garrick Pierce's death was not an accident. It was intentional and committed with malice. Committed with malice is interesting. Can you kill yourself with malice? I don't know. And while I'm at it, Says Tyrion, Beatrice, Arya, and I were the only creatures in the room with Garrick Pierce when he died. Okay, so this is the word of Asmodeus. Do you understand now? I can refute any possible explanation you may have for Pierce's death, but the truth of the matter is, Garrick Pierce's death occurred because of Celeste McCoy's actions. Did she make him feel bad and so he killed himself? So says the word of Asmodeus. Have you given up? Have you finally extinguished the light of hope within you? I can't believe it. I can't believe you fell for that. What? You've never thrown consecutive declarations at me like that before. It's because I'm getting close, isn't it? You can freely manipulate sus memories of what happened, and I don't have any evidence that implies what actually transpired in the prayer room. The only person who could tell me that was you. What? You thought you could overwhelm me by shooting down all my theories. You used too much red truth. But all you did was tell me the exact state of the room when Garrick Pierce died. And now I can't figure out what actually happened. Wait. Who killed Garrick Pierce? I mean... Right? It has to be, right? Doesn't matter. Empress of Discord. No, stop this. I'm not sure what would possibly drive him to do something like that. But when he was in the prayer room, Garrick Pierce chose to take his own life. What? You know what that means, don't you? But for the sake of it, I'll say it in a way that makes it abundantly clear. Stop this right now! Celeste McCoy did not bring about the demise of Garrick Pierce by her own hand. This is the word of Horus. The conditions of your contract were impossible for Celeste to fulfill. That renders it logically invalid. And that's checkmate, Eris. Ooh. I like that. That was a fun little sequence. You filthy little... Contract nullified. Oh, cool. You're back? Does this mean you... I successfully voided Celeste's blood contract. Okay, so we should be dead right now, correct? I looked inside my satchel, opening the folder where I'd been keeping Celeste's blood contract. There was only ash inside it now. But you're still alive. How? You... Her face was tied in pure contempt and rage, but she wasn't looking at me this time. Oh no, sorry, I forgot. It was feigned death, so it didn't even matter. We're not really dead. Okay, sure. Her face was tied in pure contempt and rage, but she wasn't looking at me this time. Me? You little bitch? Oh my god, can you say that? I could have accepted losing to Heaven's Board, but you? What are you talking about? Tyrion's the one that beat you. Wait, I remember what really happened now. Tyrion, please wake up. This can't be... It appears that he's quite dead. You should be more careful, Celeste. You might hurt someone if you swing that dangerous thing around. I was right about you all along. I should have never trusted you. I like your enthusiasm, but there's still something you can do to save him. What? What is this? You feel that pit of dread in your chest? It's the same fear my dad felt after you stabbed him. And with his life, you'll have your beloved Tyrion back. What are you waiting for? End him, Celeste. I can't. What? What are you talking about? Tyrion, he wouldn't want this. He never has to know, Celeste. I can protect you from his Eye of Horus. That doesn't matter. I can't do it. It's just... This man killed your father. Not to mention he's a dead man walking. You've lived a lifetime of killing people. What's one more person? I won't suffer your self-righteous pity, bastard. Don't misunderstand me. Right now, I want nothing more than to end your worthless life. But Tyrion's ideals are what saved me. That part of him is wonderful and beautiful. I could never betray those ideals, not even if it's to save him. You're actually serious, aren't you? You'd seriously sacrifice him for that? I won't do it. I'm not going to sign that contract. Contract? Ah, I see now. What? So you're his little consort, aren't you? His little consort. Figakwa. Wait, get out of the way, you idiot! Drop the weapon, Pierce, don't be stupid. The only stupid one here is you, bastard. You should have known from the beginning. Now that what you choose, they were never going to let me live. They? Every choice I make is mine alone. Wait, stop. That's kind of aura, honestly. That's pretty... I'll see you all in hell. Damn it. Menace. Are you trying to heal him? Damn it, he aimed straight for his heart. No! Come on, you waste of human flesh, wake up! I need you alive! What the hell did you just do? Pierce is dead and I signed your stupid contract. I'll bring Tyrion back. No! No, 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 no! that was really aura. He just killed himself just like that, like instantly. Just to bring down Aerys, I guess. Okay. Pierce was dead anyway, so I thought I could catch her on a technicality, but I never realized what it actually did. You signed a faulty blood contract, one drafted by me. Where do you get off acting like you're any better than them? What? Ideals, righteousness? Don't give me that bullshit. I could have accepted losing to a Heavensborn, but you're human, and you're a goddamn killer. All of you are rotten to your disgusting cores. You would all tear out each other's throats if I gave you the smallest reason to. Tyrion is the only person here with a trace of the Celestials' self-righteous morality. If that's what you think of them, you really don't know anything about humanity. Seth is far more than what you're saying. He's far more caring and empathetic than I am. I could never even come close. And it has nothing to do with whether I'm a Heavensborn or if she's a human. But I think I understand you a little more, Aerys. Is that so? Let me ask you a question, Aerys. Did you feel any amount of satisfaction when you killed my mother? What? So you figured that out, did you? How? When you went on a little tired about how much you enjoyed killing Heavensborn, I had some suspicion. Oh, sure, okay. And how does it feel, Tyrion? The person who killed your mother, the person who ruined your entire life is standing right in front of you. What do you have to say? Nothing to say? Say something, damn it. I think all I feel for you right now is pity. Oh, that's rich. You pity me? Your existence is an... Oh, wait, 1 second, sorry. Okay. Your existence is an infinitesimal moment in my eternal existence. And you put all this effort into making me suffer. Well, was it everything you imagined it would be? Did it satisfy you at all? I bet you didn't feel anything when you killed my mother. It was just another drop of evil into your empty soul. I was excited. It was far too simple. I didn't truly make her suffer. That's why I didn't. Oh, is that right? Well, what if you did succeed in throwing me into despair? Would you have felt any sort of satisfaction? Of course Demons can't tell lies, Aerys. Oh, that's cute. I like that. That's why she's cutting herself off. You can't lie to us, and you can't lie to yourself. No, that can't. And that's why I pity you. You're fated to be like this in a moment of your creation, weren't you? That's why you hate humanity so much. You envy us. What did you just say? You're envious of humanity. You don't grow. You don't change. You can't become a better version of yourself. You're right. Your existence probably will be eternal. You'll be eternally evil. You'll also be eternally unhappy and eternally pitiful. That's why you envy us, because you'll never be free from that fate. That's completely... You can't say it, can you? You can't refute my claim because it would be a lie. You know what? Maybe you are right. Maybe I'll never be satisfied. Maybe I won't feel any satisfaction from killing you. But I'm still going to try. Uh-oh. Oh. Thanks, man. To think you would threaten violence in my presence. Very chill dragon. Arrogant witch. Okay, we still need to figure out who the patron is, though, right? Guys? This isn't the end for a creature like her. She'll be back one day. Yet, you look no more perturbed. We're not done here. There's something I need to tell all of you. Are you serious? The patron is still unknown to us. But with Cel's contract voided, she should have her real memories back. Do you remember what happened in the prayer room? You were the only person who witnessed one of the deaths. I've really been trying to remember what was in that Aerys contract when I caught a glimpse of it. But I think that's the memory of Aerys manipulated the most. It's possible that she will need some time to fully recover from the Empress's demonic influence. It was a marriage contract, obviously. Which means it was either you or you. Because you were the two people that were at the marriage meeting. We don't have that kind of time. The demon led us around in circles for the entire morning. Not to mention that we've lost nearly an hour due to Cuthbert disputing that contract. What did it look like from their perspective? Were we just passed out, slumped over on the desk? And they just waited there for us to come back to life? It's just past noon. Right, we have less than 3 hours before every magical trace at the crime scene disappears. Could you try testifying? Maybe reviewing everything will help jog your memory. Okay, I'll do my best. Just try to tell us what you remember, Celeste. Any detail might help, whether it's true or false. Okay. Should I stop here? Nah, fuck it. Let's keep going. I think I remember now. We went to meet with Pierce at 1:50 p.m. and we heard the commotion outside at 2:20 p.m. I saw Arya attacking the guards there, and I fought her for about 15 minutes before she broke past me. When I followed her into the prayer room, I found her there with Beatrice and Aerys. They knocked Arya, Tyrion, and Pierce unconscious. And I checked Tyrion's body and thought he was dead. But Beatrice just cast feign death on him. Anyways, Aerys offered her deal to me, but I couldn't go through with killing Pierce. I think you know the rest. Okay, I don't see any contradiction. A few minutes after Pierce died, Aster, the Inquisition, and the Kingsguard showed up to arrest Arya. Aster? Aster wasn't there, was he? Maybe he... No, he was, I guess. Only the time of each event had changed. Her testimony remains the same. Even if there's nothing apparently significant, I still like to cross-examine her. Go ahead, then. I want to press that last statement. That seems the most suspicious. This must have been after they went to investigate the fire in the common room. I'm surprised Aster went to the prayer room as well. Yeah, I'd have thought the Kingsguard would have kept him in a secure location. Those were my orders, but His Majesty demanded that they secure the cathedral for the safety of everyone there. Ever the altruist, that one. Okay, that wasn't that. The testimony didn't appear to add any new information, but between the multiple murders and errors changing people's memories, there might have been something I missed. Okay, let's just press everything. Right, we now know for certain that the meeting was at 2 PM. Yeah, she only changed my memories so she could trick all of us. Considering that my memories were intact, she must not have had the power to change them. Yeah, because if she could, then she could have done anything she wanted. If she couldn't just change anyone's memories, like... Yes, she never actually used her demonic power to revive you. She merely had Beatrice release the feign death spell that she originally cast. Anyways, who did you see attacking the guards? Was it Arya or Beatrice? Originally, you said that you fought her for a lot longer. I had to account for the time I spent speaking to Eris. I had a feeling something was off about that. I knew Tyrion would be really meticulous about the timeline of the murder. So I had to make my testimony match up with the time of Pierce's death. I'm really sorry. Let's just focus on the matter at hand. Father for about 15 minutes. Does that make sense? $220. So from 220 to 235 or so, you would have been fighting her. Okay. Let's keep pressing. So we weren't wrong about Beatrice sneaking past you during the fight. Yeah, now that I look back on it, it was probably a distraction so Beatrice could sneak past me. What is it, Cuthbert? If the patron was working together with Eris, why would Eris use Beatrice to knock out Arya? If the patron was working together with Eris, why would Eris use Beatrice to knock out Arya? Why not? I never thought of that. Frankly, I find it hard to believe that the patron willingly went along with the Empress's convoluted plan. They clearly needed Pierce to die, and relying on McCoy to do it seems foolhardy. Right, was it possible that Eris went off script then? She definitely didn't seem like the type of demon to take orders from a human. I can't believe you fell for such an obvious deception. Yeah. I thought Tyrion was dead. I wasn't thinking clearly. Perhaps it's best to stick to the facts for now. To think one blood contract could have such an effect on the investigation. I should have known she was up to something, but I just wasn't thinking. You were put in a difficult situation. Take solace in the fact that you stuck to your ideals despite that. Okay, so there is a contradiction here somewhere. Wait. Okay, no, that makes... I guess that makes sense. You say a few minutes, but it would have been like 30 minutes, right? Or like 25 minutes or so? One hour. It's either the first statement or the last one, right? I guess this is different too, that they only fought for 15 minutes, but I don't know what that changes. It doesn't really change anything. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I feel like it's... Because I'm thinking, like, is there something wrong with the timeline? Because Aster was trapped in the cage for an hour. It activated at 2 p.m. And the spell lasts 1 hour, exactly. So he would have been free at 3 p.m. Which makes sense because we woke up at like 3:10 p.m. Yeah, this is when they came to the room at 3:10 p.m. So I guess that makes sense. I just feel like there's like a time slot missing here. Like, you would have needed to spend 35 minutes or so after you enter the prayer room? Before the Kingsguard came? Let me just try this. Objection! No, okay. Because this is just... You say a few minutes. How much is a few minutes? Because it should have been 25 minutes, right? Do you want me to present this? Objection! Yeah, okay. I mean, it's the same idea, but... Wait, what? What is it, Cuthbert? Celeste, are you sure Aster showed up only a few minutes after Pierce died? Yeah, I remember that part pretty well. I seemed really worried about being seen by them. Have you figured something out, Mr. Cuthbert? It's just that... I remind you that we are extremely pressed for time. Out with it. Stop wasting our time. Celeste, Garrett Pierce died at 2:45 p.m. and Aster showed up in the prayer room only a few minutes afterward. Yeah? Where are you... Wait... That raised a big question. How did Aster enter the prayer room around 2:45 p.m. when he should have been trapped in the force cage until 3 p.m.? Wait, you're not serious, are you? Nico's memories are clearly unreliable. The men all reported that His Majesty led them to the prayer room after he exited the force cage. Normally, that would be more concrete when compared to Celeste's testimony. We can't. Oh, true, because all of them had fucking block contracts. We can't trust their testimony. So this is just false. It wasn't at 3:10 p.m. What are you talking about? While I was disputing Celeste's contract, Eris declared that she made a contract with multiple members of the Kingsguard. What? They were working together with her, and if these contracts were structured similar to Celeste, she must have had the ability to manipulate their memories. This means that they could have intentionally or unintentionally lied during questioning. How could I have let this happen? It's still ridiculous. Are you saying that everyone who remembered seeing His Majesty in that force cage had their memories manipulated? No, I think there's a simple explanation. And what would that be? His Majesty must be a powerful mage. Wouldn't he know how to cast major illusion? If he placed an illusion inside the force cage, he could take advantage of the chaos and the contracted the Kingsguard to slip away. Sure. Even if we assume that he somehow escaped an inescapable force cage, how did Aster know to head to the prayer room? I understand your point, but do you understand what you're implying? I'm not trying to imply anything, I'm just stating the facts that we know. Was I right in the beginning when I said that he was the most suspicious? We know that a human, whether willingly or otherwise, worked with the Empress of Discord to orchestrate this massacre. He was deeply trusted by Arya Stillwind. So much so that she didn't even think twice about signing a contract that he gave her. There's only one person who meets those criteria. Ask the Wyvern Guard, the reigning king of our kingdom. Enough. Quiet, all of you. Mr. Cuthbert, do you understand the weight of this accusation? You're claiming that the king collaborated with a demon. I do, but I'm hoping this is all misunderstanding. After all, Eris's goal seemed to be nothing beyond sowing as much discord as possible. She made us believe that Celeste and Arya were both murderers. If Aster had information that can save Arya, we have to find it. Very well then. I suppose it's only right then, with everything that has transpired, that the king should be allowed to explain himself. Kingsguard, please escort His Majesty to the stand. Hey man. Are you gonna become the Joker? Are you gonna have like an evil smile like you finally found my true intentions? Thank you for cooperating, Aster. Of course, I understand your position, Mr. Cuthbert. I'm hoping you can shed some light on how Arya came to be under the blood contract in the first place. It's possible Arya tricked you somehow and made you carry out the massacre. There has to be something we're not seeing. Can I save, by the way? Oh, I can save now, okay. There has to be something we're not seeing, despite what the evidence points to. Evidence? Are you referring to Celeste's testimony? I'm sorry to say this, but can we even trust her testimony? She's no longer under the effect of a blood contract, which you claim no longer exists. Only you have the power to manifest them in the first place. What are you getting at? I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert, but I suppose that what I mean is, after everything just happened, how can we trust you? What? You disappeared for quite some time, to who knows where. The only person who was there with you was Celeste, and a demon who can clearly alter people's memories. And wasn't it a little convenient that she was burnt to cinders almost immediately after your return? She said it multiple times, that didn't actually kill her. And now, you're singling me out as the patron, the one ultimately responsible for the murders of Von Texas and Sybil. That demon made you into her puppet, wouldn't this be exactly what you wanted? Nice argument. That's right. How do we know this Heavensborn can be trusted? We've all heard the stories, he's practically a dissident. He's an agent of the theocracy, it's plain as day. I could feel the room turning against us. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult you after everything you've done. I suppose there's one way to confirm you, Terry. And what's that? Use a divine edict on me, just like you've done several times before. If I truly was in league with the demon, shouldn't I have a contract with her? It will appear, even if I was made to forget about it. Okay, but he knows that he doesn't have a contract with her. Wait, that's right. I already tried that before and it didn't work. Which means that he definitely doesn't have a contract with her. Why aren't you doing it? I can't. I already tried and nothing appeared. I see. I'm sorry, Mr. Cuthbert. I know you care deeply for her. But we also saw Celeste's blood contract and we heard her earlier confession. Not to mention we have no way of knowing whether Celeste is truly free from Eris's influence. If Lady Swan is to be saved, we all must accept what needs to be done. I don't like saying this, but I think it's time to draw him to its conclusion. Don't you, Grace? You're acting so differently. Come on. Was he really just defending himself, or was this something else? Either way, there was clearly a reason why he hadn't been in that force cage for as long as he claimed to. Eris went to so much trouble to hide that fact in Celeste's memories. Aster had to have been part of the plan, intentionally or unintentionally. What part of the plan required Aster's physical involvement? There had to have been some sort of physical involvement on his part, and that might have left behind evidence that could prove what he did.
Maybe.
Hang on. Arya was tricked into signing the blood contract? He needed to trick Arya into signing the contract somehow. You've seen how she is around him. That wouldn't have been very hard to do. Now, Arya may be extremely lovesick around him, but she's still an attorney. She'd be careful to read any contract she signed. What about a marriage contract? We deduced earlier that their blood contract was disguised as a normal legal document. And I remember something. When you caught a glimpse of it, you immediately started teasing her. I'm really trying to, but I just can't remember what I saw. If I was teasing her about it, it might have been related to her relationship with Aster. Why did Arya think she was signing? I'm sorry, I know that doesn't really narrow it down. No, that's exactly the clue I needed. Really? Aster, there is one piece of physical evidence that proves you were involved in this. Really? The patron controller Arian committed each of the murders without having to do anything personally. This was all contingent on tricking her into signing the contract in the first place. I recall that you went to a meeting with the High Speaker right before the massacre started. It was to discuss your marriage to Arya, wasn't it? Yes, that's correct. Aster, the blood contract that Arya signed needed to look like a normal legal document, but I just realized something while reading it. The language used would have made sense under a different context. In that contract, Arya gave you her mind, body, and soul. Wait, hang on. So we're saying that Arya read this and thought that this was just like a normal marriage document, surrendering your mind, body, and soul to the patron. I guess. Okay, that's pretty funny. It would bind her to you as long as you both live. Wait, are you saying? No. In other words, till death do you part.
Objection!
Whoever tricked my daughter would have surely destroyed the evidence by now. The demon went out of her way to destroy her memories of signing it. I thought they would have left any copies of the marriage license to be found. Indeed, bringing such heavy accusation against the High Speaker or the King will require more than just speculation. First he dares call the King to testify, and now he's trying to indict the High Speaker? Well, when will this madness end? I have more than just speculation, Your Grace. I have a copy of it. But your divine edict only records the terms of the blood contract, not the material that it was written on. The original document wouldn't be visible on your copy. That wasn't the copy I was talking about, Aster. What? Don't you wonder how I knew about that blood contract? Every attorney is a magical runestone. We do! It's filled with artificery. We can use them to take pictures of evidence in the crime scenes. Yes, I'm well aware of that. And did you know Aria took a picture of the marriage license he signed? What? Oh, the evil sprite. She was so happy to finally have your union codified that she took a picture of your marriage license, even though it was technically illegal to do so. Why would she? The moment she regained consciousness, she thought she was a danger to others. She had no memories of what she did that day, but she knew something was wrong. That's why she locked herself in a cell with an anti-magic field. She was being rightfully cautious, but had she simply left any of those anti-magic fields and checked her runestone, she would have found a picture of a marriage license with the exact same words as her blood contract. So I'll ask you this, Aster. Who gave that marriage license to her? Was it you or the High Speaker? I was never one for stories. I found them to... I gotta do my Joker voice for this. I found them to be overly tempting distractions from the cruel reality of the world. But when I was a child, I loved fairy tales and children's stories. Back then, I was once naive enough to believe that the king was the most powerful person in Warvengard. I saw the suffering of the people. I saw the commoners who suffered under the nobility day after day. And I saw my father sitting on the throne, watching it all happen. I hated him. I hated his apathy. I hated his indifference to the people's suffering. He did nothing as the four pillars blooded this country dry to feed their own voices. Nevertheless, I was his firstborn son, and I was next in line to the throne. One day, I would be able to do what he could not. So I prepared. I studied the arcane arts, which had become the cornerstone of our culture. I mastered the pastime of the aristocrats. Also, I could earn their admiration and respect. However, there was a demon inside my head. She whispered unnerving temptations. She told me that villains must fall for the innocent to thrive, but I would not hear it. As young as I was still a member of the royal family, and soon I would be the most powerful person in Warvengard. I used my position to connect with the commoners who were suffering. I promised them I would save them from the tyranny of the nobles who would one day answer to me. But it was all a lie. I simply didn't realize it at the time. The more I challenged the four pillars, the more the people suffered. My efforts were met with retaliation. The aristocrats thought I was spoiled, and they took the rod to the people. House Frigga and House von Sanctus were drunk on their power. They would slaughter as many people as it took to persuade me to fall in line. House Stillwind, House Sybil, even the Scale Lord himself, they all cowered in fear of change and anarchy. They did nothing. My only ally, who I thought unbreakable, had been crippled and driven away by this kingdom's cruelty. I realized why my father sat on the throne with such a numbness in his eyes. It's not that he wouldn't do anything, he couldn't do anything. He was forced to watch in awe as the aristocracy held his people ransom. He carried that despair inside him like it was poison, and it ate away at him worse than any disease. Heavy was the crown, and hell was brought on whoever sat upon the throne. I'd fallen to despair, and I had no one to give me hope. That's when that demon's voice returned. Oh, hello there, Eris. You tried mercy, you tried diplomacy. Where has that brought you? They prey on the innocent because they thought you wouldn't strike back. They butcher them every day, hoping that you become numb to it like your father. Tell me, young prince, how many corpses must be stacked before you accept what needs to be done? Eris, how could I make such a choice? She wouldn't be choosing violence, she would simply be choosing who that violence would be directed at. It's not as if they don't deserve it. You could continue to watch the people you love suffer. You could pat yourself on the back for being more virtuous than your enemies while the innocent burn. What will you do? Ooh, what the fuck? Huh. What I must. In truth, it was quite easy. Hunting von Sanctus and Sybil was no different than shooting wild boars in the forest. Lady Stone moved exactly as I needed her to. It was as if I were moving and flexing my own hand. I doubt anyone genuinely missed those two. Even if they did, they were outnumbered by the lives I had saved. So why raise such outrage over that field? I guess you're admitting to it. Okay, well, that was easy. Why, Mr. Cuthbert? If you don't want to answer, we can drag the truth out of both of you. Don't bother. Aster, no. Tell me, Mr. Cuthbert, do you know what the best kind of lie is? The kind that's hardest to disprove? No, not quite. There's the kind where you won't even try. The best kind of lie is the one you want to believe in. The truth can be right in front of you, but it will make you look away. I imagine you're very familiar with that feeling. Your Majesty, what do you... I'm done with this farce. I'm sure if we brought the High Speaker to this town, Mr. Cuthbert would just deduce what happened anyway. It was always going to end this way, I suppose. You... Aster, you wretch! Are you saying it was you? It was, Lucio. What of it? I was simply cleaning up all of your messes. If it weren't for Eris's little games, I would have done it much more cleanly. Okay, but I still... what was the spell that was cast on Alaric? We still have some answers, some riddles to solve. She promised me that she'd have a leash on my court by the end of this. What a mess she's made. Huh. How could you? And what right do you have to judge my actions, O great skilled lord? Pardon me? No, I think I'll be pardoning myself. I'm the king of Warvengard, am I not? Is that not right? Is that not my right? You're insane. Do you seriously think everyone in this room will let you get away with this? I do. Who's going to stop me? Probably the giant dragon behind your back. The Scaled Lord. That's why he hosted this trial in the first place. His authority is above yours. I didn't ask who could stop me, Tyrion. I asked who is going to. What? Why aren't either of you saying anything? Yes, Battalion, have me arrested. Put my 7-year-old brother on the throne. I'm sure history will tell you exactly how a kingdom fares when a child wears the crown. Or would you take the throne for yourself? I've read the uncensored records of what happened the last time. I'm sure centuries of isolation have done wonders for your ability to lead. You're so sassy. Battalion. Asta will not kill indiscriminately, Mr. Cuthbert. He just admitted to murdering 2 people. He's been prepared to lead from his birth. I will need to turn my head away from the kingdom. I know nothing of what Warrenguard needs. I might not know the best course before me, but I know with painful certainty that it is not to seize control of this nation. Not really surprising. From everything I've seen, negligence has been your one consistent trait. And what about you, Lucio? You're going to try to depose me? The beloved prince, now king of Warrenguard. I have nothing but contempt for William Frege, but I suppose I must be thankful. He did a wonderful job of tearing you down. The people will never accept you. You're a man with the blood of thousands on your hands. Imagine if you deposed the new king of Warrenguard before the previous king's body was even interred. I wonder just how bloody of a civil war that could plunge this nation into. I'm sure you can imagine just how tempting a weakened Warrenguard would look to the other nations. Aster, you're holding everyone hostage. Tell me, does this terrify you at all? To know that I can do whatever I please with no one who can stop me? Isn't that what you've all been doing to the rest of this country? Are you trying to make a point? And I think that makes checkmate, Cuthbert. It's quite exhilarating to say. I can see why you're so fond of it. What are you all doing? Lucio, she's your daughter. You have to do something. My daughter would not sacrifice the stability of Warrenguard for her freedom. You know that to be true. Damn it. He killed so many people. He enslaved the area. He almost did the same to me. Wait. Why did he need you to sign away your soul? What do you mean? Eris was the one who wanted it. But this was his plan. The outcome had to have benefited them both. If Asta is the patron, that also means that Pierce originally sent the letter to him. Because she's in the fucking royal family. Because she could lead the nation. Is Celeste going to be the queen of the kingdom? Is that what's going to happen? Even if Mikar was a royal blood, Asta is the king's eldest child, and he's of pure royal blood. Mikar would have no claim to the throne under these circumstances. If you were his half-sister, you wouldn't have a claim to the throne. So why would he go to so much trouble to murder Pierce and gain control of you? Maybe he just wanted to be sure? But he wouldn't have had Eris head of the prayer room personally if it wasn't important. She can't lie. If she promised to do a job, that would have been done. That job would have been done. He needed the sounds of both you and Pierce during the massacre, which means you two are even more important targets than Von Sanctus and Sybil. Okay, but my potential claim to the throne would be the only reason why he'd be scared of me. If that wasn't a problem, why would he be so scared of Pierce's blackmail? Would the line of succession be the only reason why he'd be scared of Celeste's parentage? I recall what I knew about Warrenguard's law regarding the royal throne. Wasn't there something someone mentioned about that? The Church of Bahamut? I recall a conversation I had with Tyrion Arcus. The Church of Bahamut is important not only to Warrenguard's culture but its civil stability. Fate is a powerful and unifying force. Is that why you revise Warrenguard's history and keep heaven's board outside the country? I know what you're trying to insinuate. Asta didn't murder the High Speaker when he had the chance. So it's possible that the Church of Bahamut played a role in his future plans, but that wouldn't explain why you needed Pierce to die. I recall what I knew about Warrenguard's law regarding the royal throne. Something else. I recall a conversation I had with Harold Haraldson. Okay, I think the game glitched and this effect is still on the screen. Like the top effect. Can I reload? Hang on. Save load. Okay, there we go. Harold, what do you know about the celestial gods? I haven't been able to find anything about them. That makes sense. They're primarily worshipped by the people of the theocracy of Lumina. I might explain where worship of them was outlawed. Lumina is the kingdom west of us, but I knew really little about them. All I knew is that we fought them during the First War of Warrenguard and then later during the Great Luminite War. They've been Warrenguard's long-standing enemy for a while. Simply asking about them could raise accusation of treason. There are 9 celestial gods, each representing a divine domain in heaven. Deus, Odin, Machina, Horus. I'm sorry, one of them is named Horus? If Aster's actions had anything to do with the theocracy, he would have targeted me, not Celeste, and that also wouldn't explain why he needed Pierce to die. I recall a conversation I had with Eris Elmather. Despite everything, this kingdom includes him in our constitution. Wait, really? As the savior of our kingdom, he and his kin is Celestial Dragon? Were given an honorary position in our kingdom. This Lord made Warrenguard what it is today. He was given the authority that befits such a legacy. However, I've never heard of this before. I've memorized all of Warrenguard's laws. Practically speaking, it's never been invoked. It's merely a law spun of reverent words to praise the Scale Lord and appease the church. Wait, the Scale Lord and his kin could override the king's rule? Wait, who is Celeste's father? The dragon? A flood of memories came back to me. Celeste McCoy, by the authority of Warren Crown, I'm placing you under arrest. The king knight tried to grab her arm, and it was like something flipped inside of her. She stamped her palm with the knight's chest, his plate armor reverberating as he fell to the ground. Three other knights rushed forward. They tried to grab her and pin her to the ground. She held the girl screen against them, almost sounded like a feral animal. It looked like it was taking all of her strength to keep her pinned down. Okay, so she's a dragon. That's why she's so strong. Okay. You can't teach yourself magic, Miss McCoy. That's not possible. Hey, I've got a system, okay? I even learned a few new spells today. How long did it take you to learn these spells? A few hours, I think. When a mage casts a spell, they draw and harness their ether from within their own body. Artificer, on the other hand, draws ether from the natural ley lines that run through the ground. I'm someone who's practiced arcane magic for my entire life. I slowly learned how to sense how ether moves around me. You can do that too? I thought I was the only one. That talent is quite a rarity, even among the royal family. I suppose I shouldn't expect anything less from the Crimson Demon. Even in my human form, I've always had the strength of the ancient dragon. What? What is it, Tyrion? Her ridiculous strength, her natural talent for learning magic. She inherited all of it from him. Are you okay? You got really pale all of a sudden. Celeste, can you turn into a dragon real quick? Once I revealed this, there was no going back for her. Did I really have any right to do this? No, Irish freedom wrote in this. I'm sorry, Celeste. This could ruin your life. What? What are you talking about? How could I even begin to explain this? Do it. You don't understand. I owe you an Arya for what I did. Whatever we need to do, it's to save Arya. Just keep your promise, okay? Like I said, we're in this together, and I'll always be there when you need me. No matter where you go, we're going there together. Good. Are you two done flirting with each other? Asked her. I know the identity of Celeste's father. What? No, you're bluffing. You have to be. You said that no one could contest your rule of Warren Guard aside from the Scaled Lord. But there's one more person, isn't there? Asked her. What are you talking about? Only the Scaled Lord can override the will of the king. And his kin, Lucio. I suppose that's... Ask the Warren Guard, you need the heirs to capture Celeste during the massacre. It's because our existence would always pose a threat to your rule. This can't be real. People of the Warren Guard nobility, your current king was fearful of my bodyguard's parentage, and now we know why. Celeste McCoy is the daughter of the Scaled Lord Retalion, an ancient dragon creator of all arcane magic. Can you explain yourself, Retalion? Who did you fuck? Judging from your reaction, I'm right, aren't I? Did you have sex with another dragon, or was it a mix between a dragon and a human? Is that even possible? I'm half dragon, or maybe full dragon, I don't even know. Well, I'm apparently part angel, so you're in good company. So that demon was speaking the truth. Okay, so this is why you were speaking with Marinette here. Okay. Why did Marinette tell you this? Why? What? Why would he tell you this? Ask the Warren Guard. As a Scaled Lord's kin, Celeste has the authority to pass judgment on you and override your rule. And when you're gone, she will take your place as ruler of Warren Guard. Celeste, think about this. Can you even begin to grasp what it takes to lead a nation, much less one so broken? You'd be trading one hell for another. Just tell me one thing, asked her. How could you do this to your Arya? She trusted you. She loved you. Loved me? She hated me. And why wouldn't she? I was weak. Are you actually that stupid? I was weak back then. I was pathetic. You idiot. She wanted to change Warren got together with you. You didn't need to do any of this. Is that what you really think? I suppose you would. You probably also think you two are the first people to change this nation while still working within its laws. There's nothing wrong with having ideas and working within the law. My father was like that too. He was a man of ideals once. I watched for my whole life as he compromised on everything he believed in, one ideal after another. It was to keep the peace. We must maintain the stability between noble houses to uphold law and order. And do you know who paid the price every time? Not him, not me, not any of the nobles gathered here. No, the people who paid the price were the commoners. The kind of people you two are always trying to save. I would have honestly thought you'd understand by now. A gulf exists between what is just and what is lawful in this kingdom. That's what the narration said. We know it's not fair, but we're capable of changing it. We have the power to do just that. I am changing it. You worked so hard to find the truth behind those murders. But there's a little bit of truth that's evident to everyone in this room except you two. Half the people present here today are glad that they're gone, and the other half wants to be the one to replace them. The blood I shed in a single hour did more good for this kingdom than you two could have done in years. So that's how you plan on fixing this country's problems? By working with demons and killing your way to a brighter future? If I have to, why not? Every day across this nation, commoners are killed and oppressed at the hands of the very nobles gathered here. They bleed this country dry and feed on its people like carrion. I'm merely returning a much-needed sense of equality. Do you really think any of you are in a position to judge me? All of you, who came running at the news of my father's death? Also, you could be the first to fill my ears with your sycophantic praises? Do you know what the difference between the Empress of Discord and all of you is? The demon was just a bit more honest. Arya wanted to stand with you. I was too stupid and too naive to do anything. She loved you. How could you? She loved her idea of me. She loved the weak and ineffectual prince who would have borne watching his kingdom rot with a damn smile. She loved your kindness. This is kindness. The blood I will spill will be the greatest kindness this kingdom has ever known. And once I'm done, Ravengard will be better and stronger for it. Aster. McCoy, I don't care what you are. The Scale Lord's daughter, the rightful heir, none of that matters to me. I will save my kingdom and its people, and I will carve the rod out of its heart, pierced by bloody peace. Nothing must stand in my way. I am Aster of Ravengard, King of Ravengard, and consort of the Lord of the Sixth. I am nothing but a dead man. Volnus. Lucio, did you kill him? What's Volnus? What? No. Lucio, what have you done? The blood contract, Cuthbert. What? My daughter's blood contract, does it still exist? I checked my satchel. Sure enough, Aer's blood contract had completely disintegrated into ash. Its condition had been fulfilled, hadn't they? One of them no longer lived. You just killed him? Just like that? Okay, that's pretty beast, honestly. Excellent. Lucio, this is not what we discussed. I thought it would never be fair as long as that wretch lived. McCoy agreed to take his place. This was always how it was going to end. Lucio, I understand, but how could we possibly... Save your breath, Cuthbert. I already know. Kingsguard, what are you standing around for? The Grand General just committed regicide. Arrest him at once. Wait, I wish more prosecutors just did that. Just kill the culprit as soon as they confess. Okay, well, that didn't end how I thought it would. We sat in the nearby ruins. It looked like several of the nobles here were doing the same. We didn't know what to say to each other. I could feel my stomach churning. He was a terrible person. He killed people. He tried to kill us. He took control of area like it was nothing to him. But I really wish we could have changed his mind. Sometimes people are beyond salvation. He made his choice. But Arya, how is she? What was the spell that was cast on Alaric? We still don't know. Hello, I'm glad I found you before you left. Oh, hello. The Eye of Horus could only see an abyss where her heart was. Well, at least she's not sad. Oh, Arya. I'm so... McCoy, I've come to inform you that I'll be charging you with perjury. Okay, whatever you... What? No one is above the law, not even the Queen. That was made apparent when... She didn't trail off. Her voice didn't break. Her voice simply stopped like a machine that had ceased function. Arya. Anyways, I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. You do have a talented defense console after all. You're right. What did I say to her? Anyways, I wanted to thank you for the work you've done, Mr. Cuthbert. I truly mean it when I say you have my gratitude. Yeah, of course. Anyways, I have much work to get done now that the Grand General is in custody. Yeah. What was that all about? Why didn't you say anything to her? I didn't say anything through the eye. I guess I don't really blame her for guarding her emotions. No, Celeste, I didn't see anything. What? I looked at her with the eye. She wasn't holding anything back. There was no anger, no sadness, no fear, no joy. I've never seen that before. But you're right. I should have said something. I'm going to. Just grab my hand before I could leave. I'll talk to her. Are you sure? She's my friend, and I owe her. It looked like I'd gotten the acquittal of yet another client, but it didn't tie up quite so neatly as I'd hoped. What do you mean she's gone? She was just here. I'm sorry, Your Majesty? I don't know what the future had in store for all of us, but it's not that we're different than usual. We had the power now, the power to give hope to every commoner in Ravengard. Together, we would give them the kingdom that they deserved. The end. Damn it, Arya, where are you? Oh, hey Dad. Hello. Celeste froze. This man was the person she'd been looking for. What was she supposed to say to him? She never thought she'd get this far. You're looking for Miss Stillwind, aren't you? Yeah, how do you know? She's been sitting outside my lair for a while. I tried speaking to her, but... yeah, I get it. I'm going to try anyway. Of course. Bertalion. Yes? I'm not mad about it, you know? Jolene and Flintheart are part of my life because of what he did. Plus, now I know why I'm half dragon. Or that I'm half dragon. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Miss McCoy, can you turn into a dragon? Come on, don't call me that. Who's my mom? Right, of course, Celeste. So, I've been meaning to ask, what you and Mr. Cuthbert, are you two... Oh, wow, look at how late it is. I better go talk to Arya right now. I'll see you later, Scaled Dad. I mean, Scaled... Ah, just bye. Is this never gonna get explained? Or did I miss it? What are the... I guess it was polymorph. I guess she had to have polymorphed him. I don't know what else it could be. But it's weird that this was never explained or like talked about during the trial. This seems pretty relevant. I guess I just have to assume that it was polymorph. Yeah, because it's in Arya's spell compendium and it's also a transmutation spell. And it would fit with like him saying his vision was blurry and everything. No other Lucy one so far. Hey Arya. Oh Celeste, what are you doing here? Just making sure you're doing okay. You're doing okay, right? I am. There's no need to worry about me. Are you looking at the stars? I was looking at the moon. It's full tonight. you mind if I wash it with you? Do as you wish. You're my superior. Oh. Are they sitting or are they laying on the ground? You know, it was also a full moon outside the night my parents found me in their inn. That's why they named me Celeste. It's an ancient word for the moon. Is that so? Yeah, they thought I was a gift from the scared lord. It's a little funny when you think about it. By the way, I never got to thank you for sticking up for me before. What? Remember, you jumped down onto the stand. I don't think even Tyrion believed in me at that point. If you'd never done that, who knows what this could have ended up. Thank you for that, Arya. I was merely taking the most obvious course of action. Yeah, I guess I don't know why I expected anything else. You're not really going to charge me with perjury, are you? Of course I am. Damn. But we do require your help to hold the structure of our kingdom together. We won't sentence you to the dungeon, but we'll have to consider some community service. Ugh, fine. My father told me I was being too lenient. Lucy needs to keep his mouth shut. Isn't your father going to be executed, like, in a couple days? I understood in some way. We all do stupid things for the people we love, after all. Stupid. Are you? How could I be so stupid? Hey, you're not... I am. I'm completely another fool. I'm an attorney, for Lord's sake. I've read countless legal documents. When I signed a contract, I felt something was wrong. But I was just so stupidly happy. That's not fair. No one expected him to do something like that. Well, my father, he's going to pay for my mistakes. I'm sorry. Celeste, he used me like a puppet. With my hands and my magic, he made me... I'm sorry, Arya. What he did to you was horrible. I don't know how to make it better, but you're not alone, okay? I'll be here as long as you need me to. That's nice. Thank you. That was nice. I think I'll drop the charge of perjury against you. Wait, are we still on that? Wahahaha. Mr. Cuthbert, we received word from House Frega. The story we created should be printed in the papers as we speak. I don't like this. We're lying to the people of We're lying to the people of Warvengard about what really happened. Not to mention, the story paints me like I'm some kind of god. I understand your reservations, but Astor was right about how the common folk felt about him. If we told the people what actually happened, they would never believe it. They think that his death was part of some sort of political conspiracy. Even with this cover story, we can't be certain that they still won't suspect that. Arya. Shouldn't you be resting? Oh, she's smiling! Is that the first time we've seen this sprite? Nonsense, I'm not going to sit around feeling sorry for myself while everyone else fixes my mistake. I will move forward. She may have been hiding her pain behind a smile, but she wasn't shutting down her emotions like before. As much as it pains me, we should strive to carry forth the virtues that Astor represented to the common folk. Warvengard will gain more from those false virtues than from the person that he truly was. The stability of our nation must be maintained if we are to move forward, and if we must use the people's piety to do that, then so be it. Arya. And as the Grand General of Warvengard, I will also do my part to support your rule. As will the scared lord. Celeste smiled in gratitude to their words, but she meekly glanced at me expectantly. Do you even have to ask? Ha ha ha. And it's not just us. I'll do my best to make sure that the rest of Warvengard supports you too. Oh yeah, since you two patched things up, we could also ask for Ruby's help. Ah right, I forgot that I was supposed to meet with her this morning. I'll need to apologize to her about that. Wait, have you still not told her about what happened yet? We had more important things to worry about. I'm sure that she'll understand. Tyrion, the last time you saw her, you manifested a blood contract without explaining anything. Then you vaguely said something about helping Arya. Don't worry, I'll explain everything to her when things quiet down. Tyrion, that story we fabricated is being printed right now. Everyone in Warvengard is going to read about it in the paper, including her. Oh. What's all this noise about? What? Have you been living under a rock, lady? Read the morning paper, the Scalar has returned. What? Demonic attack claims lives of prominent figures? Chaos broke out yesterday during a private wedding between Aerys Tillman and Crown Prince Astor the Warvengard. In a surprise attack orchestrated by the malevolent demon, a devastating loss was inflicted upon our kingdom, shattering the very foundation of our power and stability. The carnage left in the wake of this abyssal assault was nothing short of catastrophic. Among the fallen... Oh, I forgot about you two. Among the fallen were Lady Corley Sybil, Lord of Sanctus, and Lord Lucio Stillwind. Okay, I guess they did just kill him. Okay. Well, King Oliver and Crown Prince Astor made a heroic attempt to repel the foul monster. And while the profane demon was seldom defeated, the King and the Crown Prince tragically lost their lives in the ensuing battle. However, amidst the chaos and despair, a glimmer of hope emerged to prevent the kingdom from descending into further disarray. The Scalar himself descended from the heavens, restoring order and making a profound proclamation. In a selfless act of maintaining the purity and unity of Warvengard, the Scalar anointed his holy daughter as a new queen of Warvengard. Okay, I'm sorry. If I was a commoner reading this, I would think this was the fakest shit of all time. Like, what do you mean? Again, with this Scale Lord nonsense. He speaks of a violent political coup by his holy daughter. It says there's a picture of her on the next page. What? Is that... How interesting. Celeste? I'm telling you, I don't know how she did it, but she took over the entire kingdom. She's not gonna come for us, is she? Alright, what the Oh. Okay, that's it, okay. That's a very, very interesting way to end the story. I forgot about you. After hearing about what happened to my former lord, I've thought a lot about my actions. I won't ask you to forgive me, your majesty, but I want to continue to atone for all the harm I've caused. Are we gonna get like epilogue for all the characters? I'll continue my studies in the field of conjuration. With the kingdom in such disarray, it falls onto people like me to maintain order. Why are you looking at me like that? Never been able to do this if it weren't for the Drakigan Trading Company. If you're partially responsible for what happened at the Imperial Academy, I like to make amends however I can. Don't worry about that. Business has been booming ever since we shut up shop in Rathhome. More customers just means more work for me. I'm gonna say my thoughts about the game when we're done with this. I've been developing my necromancy ever since I began working under Lord Asclepius. I think I've grown quite good at it. Don't get ahead of yourself, you're competent at it. That was a joke. I guess we are just never gonna talk about this. Okay, I guess that is just something you have to figure out on your own. That she cast Polymorph, presumably. Or maybe this was like a part of a trial in the earlier version of the game, but it was removed for some reason. I don't know. That was a joke. You're probably the best necromancer I know. Except for me, of course. Miko? Fuyu no Kawa. I'm sorry, but I still can't remember anything. But from what I've heard in my record, perhaps that's for the best. Even if your memories are gone and crimes can't be changed, you still have to serve your sentence, but I do hope you can live out the rest of your life in peace. I mean, he was mind-controlled, right? So, can we cast a divine edict on him and... between him and Eris to see what really happened? What are you looking at? Wait. Oh no, it's you. That crazy chick isn't with you, is she? Why are you looking behind me, man? What did you just call me? Oh lord, run for it, Gavin. Did that say waifu consultation? What? What the fuck does that mean? Good to see you, Mr. Cuthbert. From what I hear, you've certainly moved up in the world. Yeah, a lot has happened. I don't even know where to begin. I'm glad to see the refinery is doing well. Well, I suppose I have you to thank for that. You're quite the... what does Her Majesty call you? An angel investor. Yes, that's it. Actually, I'm here on behalf of Her Majesty. We both had an idea for a business venture, and we think it would set a good precedent if you employ a company with your business practices. Oh, I think I like the sound of that. What the fuck does a waifu... what did it say? Waifu fucking director or whatever? Waifu consultant? I still have much to learn about leading a noble house, but I hope I can bring Housebreak and Warvengard to a brighter future. I think it's about time we ended the consultant feuding between the Steelwind and the Fregas. The constant feeding. And I'd like for us to work together. I might not know much, but that certainly sounds like a step in the right direction. Trekkers will do best to help Queen. I appreciate the gesture, Tracker, but I don't think... Thanks need the gold, right? Tracker can dig for gold. Oh, they had like actual people playing all the instruments? Huh. And that makes checkmate, Cuthbert. What? Did you just lose? No, I demand a rematch. I'm going to lose your dignity, for Lord's sake. I'm glad I let him keep those armbands. Emily Jolino. I guess they actually like had a whole fucking like orchestra for this. Yeah. They think that Scarlet's daughter would descend to lead her kingdom to prosperity. Tyrion, you were there for most of that trial. You know what actually happened? Scarlet works in mysterious ways. Fate has brought you to where you are. I guess you're kind of right. Voice acting, I guess we're like the objection. You may have everyone else fooled, but I know how this story goes. A mage is still a mage, and noble is still noble. Come on, don't be like that. Hey, if you want to prove me wrong, by all means, I ain't holding my breath. I suppose you have every reason not to trust anyone, but we're going to fix this kingdom. I really wish he would talk to us. He needs time to process everything that happened. I don't think he'll be very receptive to us. At least not right now. We should probably hire a professional you can talk to. Okay, that's kind of a unfortunate epilogue for him. Are you okay? Yes, I really appreciate you coming here with me. His actions were absolutely deplorable. I was hoping coming here would give me closure, but with Von Tactus and Sybil gone, we have had a much easier time repairing our kingdom. I feel uneasy about all this. Now, I also see what you mean. He might have had good intentions, but he refused to let anyone work with him. Even with the Harris, they were just using each other. I do think he really wanted to change Warvengard, but he would only do it on his own terms. Even if he did end up achieving his goals, the legacy he'd leave behind would be one of blood. No lasting peace or justice could have that as its foundation. Jesus, that's surprisingly mature for you. Hey, I'm always mature. Goodbye, Esther. Are you kidding me, Ruby? What kind of ridiculous case was that? Weren't you the one who called the monkey hunt to the standard in Beatrice's trial? Yeah, I suppose you have a point. Truth is often stranger than fiction. You should know that better than anyone. Oh my god, I just realized. Is this what I've been doing to your area? Hey, you're the one that wanted to be lead prosecutor. I'm only filling in for her until we can find a qualified replacement. Well, if you ever get bored of life as a role, there's always a spot open in my office. I guess we are like the prince now, or something. I guess, yeah. I see they allowed you to keep your axe. Are you not dead? Or did they lie about you being dead? I thought I ordered you to stop visiting me. I outrank you now, father. McCoy's impertinence is rubbing off on you. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm glad to see you in such good spirits. I suppose I underestimated you. Okay, I guess they just lied in the papers about him being dead. I'm surprised you're not sentencing me to death. I suppose I should be grateful. Yeah, we kind of need you alive so we know when Eris is back. You're using me like a canary in a coal mine? I'm almost proud of you two. Although, I'm curious as to why she hasn't returned yet. Uh-oh, are we gonna get an epilogue of Eris, like, plotting something? Oh, what the hell is this? Why are you preventing me from leaving? Well, I can't very well let you make a fool of yourself a second time. Oh, Asmodeus. Lord of the Ninth. You're not to leave the Sixth Circle until I tell you otherwise. So says the word of Asmodeus. Are you grounding me? If you want to believe like a petulant child, I'll treat you like one. I swear, when I get out of here. What have I told you about speaking in future tense? Oh, wait, yeah, I didn't even think about that. If a demon speaks in future tense, isn't that really... How does that work? Like, if I'm a demon and I say, I am going to... Like, I don't know, I'm going to walk into this room in 30 seconds. You don't know yet whether that's a lie or not. So are you gonna be like magically compelled to walk into that room in 30 seconds? Huh. Wait, that's really interesting. I don't know how long I want to sit here and think about it, but you could... Like what happens if you say something in future tense that would have been possible with the information you have at the present, but it becomes impossible due to an unexpected change in occurrence, like... Like, if I say, I'm going to talk to Celeste in 2 hours, but Celeste dies immediately after I say that, what happens? Do I die, or would I not be able to say that because, like, the universe knows that in the future Celeste would die, so it would prevent me from saying that? If it works that way, then you could use it to predict the future by saying things and checking, like, saying things in future tense and seeing if you can say them or not. Okay, anyway, I'm way overthinking this. This doesn't matter. It was interesting. Are you sure you don't want to move into the castle with us, Mom? No, I've gotten attached to this place. It was your father's, and it doesn't seem right to abandon it. Yeah, I get what you mean. Anyways, I want to give you two some privacy. Mom. Just stop dragging your feet, Tyrion. I want to live to see my grandkids. Mom! Oh, ahoy, Cuthbert. I have everything ready for tonight. What? It's nothing. Whisper, pretend like you don't know anything. What? Oh, I see, so it's for her. What are you doing? It's a surprise. Alright, whatever you say. Okay, yay! So, I was wondering, you've lived for a really long time, right? I have. Do you have any siblings? Nope, I'm sorry. There was one many centuries ago, but I lost her. I was rare, even across the centuries when I've sought companionship. Dragons are magical beings, and the creation of offspring is rare. So much so that it's a miracle that you were born. I'm sorry, but you're alone. I don't really feel that way. I think I spend so much time with Arya that she's basically my sister. And Tyrion, well... Perhaps I should have some words with Mr. Cuthbert. Don't you dare. Ho ho ho. So we meet again, Crimson Demon. Who keeps telling people about that nickname? Who knows, it could have been anyone. Tyrion. Don't like it? Could I help you come up with a new one? I'm good, thanks. How about Scaled Empress? That's pretty good. Okay, I actually really like that. Tyler W. W. So, yeah. That's how it all happened. He really did it. He voided a blood contract that's drafted by the Empress of Discord. I thought you'd be more happy after what Eris did to you. He has no idea what he's done. Come on, it can't be that bad. Demons naturally despise the Celestials and their magic, and they pride themselves in their ability to deceive others. A voided blood contract, especially by a Heavensborn, is the highest disgrace for a demon. It rarely happens, even the weakest demons knows not to leave any openings like that. It honestly irritates me how much less meticulous she was when she made your contract. What was she thinking? Is she really that big of a deal? Asmodeus is the king of demons, a god among gods. Eris is his daughter. So what, is she going to tell us him? This is serious. No one has ever avoided a contract drafted by a lord of hell. It's unheard of. Your sweetheart is going to attract a lot of unwanted attention from hell and heaven. It's okay, we're just going to prosecute them. Then I need you to tell me everything I can. I need to know what's coming. I want concessions. I don't plan on spending the rest of my life in this cell. Beatrice, you committed first-degree murder. He was a terrible person. He was your dad. He would have been executed for his crimes anyway, assuming he didn't just run. Can you imagine how difficult it would be to track down someone with that much gold? The way I see it, I saved you people a lot of trouble. I'm not going to pardon you, Beatrice. I don't want to be pardoned. I just don't want to listen to Lucia working out in the cell all day. Honestly, get that man a book or something. He needs a hobby. Fine, I'll see what I can do by getting you some heavily supervised outings. I'm blind. What am I going to do? Turn yourself invisible and run away? I am insulted that you think that I'm that uncreative. Are you all really going to be okay? What do you mean? You're now the ruling queen of Warengard, the most powerful kingdom in the world. Every order you make, every word you say, could have unimaginable worldwide consequences. Can you please not remind me of that? So you do recognize that then? Why are you telling me this? Because you're going to live the rest of your life in a world of glass. Anything and everything you do could shatter the lives of millions. I'm rooting for you all, I really am, but the weight of that responsibility is what drove Aster insane. Even Retalion couldn't handle it. Wait, he took the crown? Did you not pay attention to the trial, Celeste? Many centuries ago. All it took was one lapse in judgment for him to cause one of the largest famines in Varmagond's history. Millions died. Oh my god. Just something to think about. Thanks, Beatrice. Anyways, if you want to know more about Hell's hierarchy, we'll need to start with the Lords of Hell. You're actually familiar with one of them, the Lord of the First, Bahamut. The Scale Lord's a demon? Did the horns, the scales, and fiery breath not imply that? Guess that makes me demon adjacent then. Is that making you rethink your feelings for the Heavensborn? Honestly, I think that makes me like him more. I think I might actually hate you two. Yeah, well, you're stuck with us. For now. Whatever. What are you planning? Whatever. Tell me more about Lords 2 through 9. The elders forgot some idea of what was coming, but perhaps it would be best to hold onto it for now. It wasn't as if she fully understood the politics of the gods either. Are we gonna get a sequel where we're like in hell prosecuting demon crimes? But from what little she knew, demons wouldn't be the only ones coming after them. Hey, I'm collecting outfit today. Thank you for your work, Orm. I'll see you tomorrow. So, we're getting back into the swing of things? I'd like to think so. I need to make sure everything is in order for when Tyrion takes over. He's capable, but he's never imagined an organization of this size. Can't believe I'm going to have to take orders from that kid. Was there something else, Orm? Oh, yeah. Spit it out. I'm very busy. Men are idiots, Arya. What? Yeah, we're all just dumb idiots. We just bumble around, bumping into shit without a care in the world. Sometimes we're just blind to what's right in front of us, you know? So don't let one idiot get you down. You're a good kid, Arya. You deserve the best. Are you her dad? I don't think you should be calling your superior a kid. Commander stammered for a while before his face just squeezed into a scowl. Then brought me up. I don't care anymore. He slammed the door before stomping his way into the city streets. He grumbled under his breath the entire time. I let out a chuckle. A part of her was really going to miss working with him. Okay, so they're just going to turn the lights on? During certain times of the year, the ley lines around Ornax become extremely potent. A lot of the businesses here take advantage of that to change the arcane power cells within their homes. Those effects are amplified when they do it simultaneously. Such a nerd. Wait, if this is all happening in the city, why are we out on the ocean? Is this the thing we prepared? Come on, you'll love this. The ocean was quiet, except for the humming of the small boat's engine against the water. Tyrion, it's really dark. Are you sure it's safe to sail a boat out here? Don't worry, there will be plenty of light soon. Soon? In about 3, 2, 1? One by one, each of the buildings in Ornax lit up like a flame spreading out across the city. Every light in every house lit up, their collective warmth glow washing over the city and shimmering off the ocean. Cesar stood at the side wide-eyed. Her eyes were gleaming. Their topaz colors reflected the warm glow of the city. Okay, I take it all back. I love this. Noah used to bring my mother and me out here every year for this. It's actually a lot better than it ever was back then. I'm glad I got the chance to show it to you, Celeste. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Thank you. She began fidgeting with her fingers, looking away from me. We just sailed in the silence again, drinking in the sight of the lit city. The wind shifted, it carried the scent of salt and seaweed with it. I've really missed being able to spend time with you like this. Yeah, me too. It was so much simpler when you were just an attorney and I was your bodyguard. But now I'm the Scale Lord's daughter, and you're the lead prosecutor. I'm surprised we're a prosecutor now. I guess, whatever. We barely get to see each other. But at least we're together now. And you have something to remember whenever we're apart. Yeah, this is so sweet. I love you. What? Your thoughts are leaking, Celeste. What do you... Her eyes widened, realizing what I just saw. It's been so long I forgot to... It's not fair. You were supposed to say it first. Is something wrong? Ooh. I didn't really mean... Wait, no, I didn't mean it, but... Okay, you're the queen of the kingdom. You have to be a little more stoic than this. I kind of hate the Eye of Horus sometimes. I just silently moved to sit next to her. She didn't say... Ooh. A lot of CGs. She didn't seem to object, but she couldn't meet my eyes. She glanced at me for a moment, her eyes widened, and she quickly turned away. But she slowly slid closer to me, my shoulders pressed against hers. Her hand slid into mine, and squeezed as if it were the most precious thing in the world to me. She slowly turned to me, then I turned to face her. We just stared at each other, sharing 1,000 confessions in one look. We were both going to see a lot of changes in our lives, but this moment was one of them, and I wouldn't take any other path that didn't lead to here. You always keep your promise, right? No matter where each of us goes, we'll always be together. Good. I love you, Celeste. I love you too. Sorry, this is all a little much. It's okay. Right now, we have all the time in the world. Until the fucking Asmodeus comes for you, but... Alias Stormwake. Have you heard about what happened in Warvengard? Are these people from other countries? Is that why you called me here? This could have been an email, High Inquisitor. This is serious. I must accept responsibility. Keeping records of the Heavensborn was my duty. I have no idea how this Tyrion Cuthbert just slipped past me. Fer was always a slippier one, even the Outlaw struck of her. I'm happy she got the chance to settle down after everything that happened. Miles. Ilya, he's just one Heavensborn. He's harmless. He brought the Lord of the Six to the court of bloody Azathoth. Do you have any idea the amount of damage they could have done to all of creation from there? You're worrying too much. We're still here, aren't we? The multiverse is intact and everything is fine. The multiverse? Miles, he has the Eye of Odin. Odin? That's impossible. I bought some of your drones from the armory. I sent them into the court of Azathoth myself. Drones? Ilya, these readings, they're exactly the same as the ones we gathered during our experiment with Frey. He awakened its power, albeit briefly, and he did it in front of the Lord of the Sixth. We must assume that the Lord of the Ninth knows about it as well. Does His Majesty know? Do you appear your little reconnaissance mission? Of course not, but I believe the path forward is clear. We must inform Heaven. They'll want to know about this. I've been hearing some rumors through the grapevine lately. The Lord of the Night has begun moving his forces. Oh, are we gonna get a sequel that's like a fucking battle between heaven and hell that are all coming for Tyrion? He must know Arc Sentinel. You know better than anyone else. Nothing is impossible when the House of Horus is involved. Alright, you win. Look into this. Try to sell it to Warvengard as a diplomatic mission. But exercise discretion. If they ever find out about what we did with Frey, I understand. It would mean war with Warvengard. What we did with Frey. Thank you, Arc Sentinel. I'll speak to His Majesty about this at once. I'm sorry for disturbing your evening. You don't understand, Ilya. If what you're saying is true, it could spell war with the other planes. we're really jumping the shark, aren't we? War with the other planes? Okay, well, that's it. We did it! Alright, that's it. So I guess that's teasing at a sequel? I don't know if that's ever coming, but I would play it if it comes out. Okay, so my thoughts on the game. Overall, I really like this game, honestly. I like it more than I expected it to. So it is obviously like it's Ace Attorney, right? Like it is just Ace Attorney with magic. But I think they used that concept in pretty interesting ways. I think it got better as it went along, definitely. Because the first few cases, it definitely felt like all of those cases could have just been like normal Ace Attorney cases if you just replaced the magic with like some other random element. But when you got to the later cases with like all the blood contracts mixing each other and people's memories being erased and like people not being able to lie, that's where it got really interesting for me. And where like the idea of Ace Attorney with magic like really, like I saw the potential in it. I started to see the potential in it. But like I said, I think all the cases pretty much got better as they went along. I think every case was better than the previous one. Except case number 3, actually. Case number 3 is definitely my least favorite. I don't know. I heard like the logic of it didn't really work. Even though I guess from what I heard, the case 3 was completely reworked. So I'm curious to see what it looked like before. But case 3 was definitely my least favorite. And then case 1 and 2 are probably next. And case 4 and case 5 were really good. Case 5 is probably my favorite still. I really like the confrontation with Eris, where like we can say statements and check if they're true, but if we do and we're wrong, then we die. And Eris has to always speak the truth, and like she's speaking like riddles, and sometimes she's saying things that are like technically true, but they're misleading. I kept saying it when I was doing it, but it was extremely reminiscent of Yumi Neko, like the red text duels. And I really liked the way it was handled. It was really cool. This game is very I think I said this at some point, but it's very like what's the word? It's very like anime tropey, right? Like you've got the Chunibyo girl, you've got the fucking all the girls are like super bashful around the people they like. Like we fucking fight the demon in the outer plane of hell at the end. Like it's very over the top. It's very anime. Some people might be put off by that, but I like it because I'm a weeb. I like anime, you know. That being said, some negatives. I think okay, so I think the presentation was good. Like I really like the art. I really like the backgrounds. I think those were all really nice. But I think like I think they could have been a bit more QA because I did encounter a lot of like random bugs during my my playthrough. Like I got soft lock at some point. Even in this episode, like I had the little graphic of the emotion thing that said on the screen. I had to reload my save. There was a lot of typos, especially in case 4. Actually, it was like only in case 4. It was weird. I feel like I never saw any typos in any of the other cases, but case 4 had so many typos. And like the inconsistent narration with like sometimes it referred to Tyrion as you and sometimes it referred to Tyrion as I. Like little things like that. Like it felt like it could have done like could have done with a bit more QA, I think. Okay, it just seemed a little rough around the edges in some parts of it. Also, this is just something with me personally. This is something that really, really bothers me, and it seems to be happening with every single visual novel I play on this channel. But I hate it when there was just you pose a question to me as a mystery, and like you present it as if it's something that I'm supposed to solve that's going to be answered, and it is never brought back up again. Like the whole thing with Alaric having the transmutation spell cast on him that like immobilized him and made him unable to speak. And that is never answered or never explained. That really, really annoys me. Like, I'm pretty sure I figured it out. I'm pretty sure it was polymorph. But I don't know, I guess, because we never talked about it. This isn't nearly as bad as some of the other ones I've had on my channel, like with the fucking chair from Yet Another Killing Game that will haunt me for the rest of my life. But, yeah, that kind of stuff still bothers me. I did say before case 5, I said like that the story of this game seemed to be kind of like heading in two different directions. Like we've got one direction with like Eris and the whole demon thing, and then we had the other direction with like taking down the nobility. And I was wondering which one of those two like the case 5 would focus on. And I guess it did both kind of, because it was Eris and the prince. I forgot his name. And like both of them were working together. So it was kind of a neat way to have like both half of the story come together for the final case, like resolving both conflicts. Something else that was a bit annoying with this game is there was like quite a few times where like I feel like the evidence it wanted me to present just did not make sense at all. Like the thing that Tyrion said after I presented the evidence was just not said in the evidence's text. Or like there were multiple pieces of evidence that all kind of said the same thing, but only one of them specifically worked. This is also an issue in some of the Ace Attorney games, but it felt pretty bad here, and especially in case 3. I remember I got really pissed off at the end of case 3 because of that. I think it also happened a bit in case 4. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. But yeah, I mean, I really like this game. I mean, it's like a fun Ace Attorney experience. I think this would rank, for me personally, I think this would rank like well within all the Ace Attorney games. Like I don't know if it wouldn't be top of the pack. Like, you know, Investigations 2, Trials and Tribulations, I still think those games are definitely better. But I think it definitely stands like on the same level. I don't think it's like worse than all the Ace Attorney games for sure. So yeah, I had a good time. And I think that's it. I don't know if I have anything else to say. Oh yeah, it was very tropey, but I mean, the romance between Celeste and Tyrion, it was okay. I didn't mind it. I feel like some people might be bothered by that. Because, like, I don't know. There's never really been, like, any romance in, like, Ace Attorney games before. But I didn't mind it. I really liked the conversation between Celeste and Arya at the end, where, like, Arya felt betrayed by I forgot. I'm so stupid. I forgot his name. The prince. That she felt betrayed by him. Like he controlled her body and forced her to kill people. And like Celeste trying to cheer her up. I don't know. That was nice. I think it had a good emotional core for the final case. I have anything else to say? I don't think so. I think that is it for me for this playthrough. I don't know what game I'm going to play next. I have a lot of visual novels I want to play, but I'm probably going to just pick one at random. There's actually another visual novel that is on my list that is like very similar to this. It's another like Ace Attorney inspired thing. What is it called? Trials of Innocence. This is something I'm probably going to play. I'm probably not going to play this next because I've just played an Ace Attorney game. So I'm probably going to play this like 2 or 3 VNs from now. But that is definitely something that's on my list. There's also oh god, what was it called? There's an Ace Attorney fan game, like you know those things where like people make their own custom cases of Ace Attorney, and you play them online. There was one that was recommended to me, and that seemed to be really popular. Oh, I bookmarked it. Hang on. Was it this? On the Ace Attorney online forums. Yeah, this was it. It's called TTT. This was recommended to me by some people. By multiple people, actually. So, probably play that at some point, too. But I don't know what I'm going to play next. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's it for this picture. Thanks for watching. And see you next time if you want to see my next picture. Alright, see you.